Yo, I hope y'all don't mind if I smoke a bit. Fucking cigar, I don't smoke weed, nothing. This is gonna be a response to brother Top Dog and brother Let's Be Frank. First, brother Top Dog, you asked, okay, you lost me at institutionalized racism, blah blah blah. Let's talk about institutionalized racism for a second there. Even if we combated institutionalized racism in 1963, I want you to imagine a speeding train barreling down everything, and it's mowing through trucks, it's mowing through everything, it's destroying lives. And at 1963, we hit the brakes on that bad boy. We passed the Civil Rights Amendment. But it's still going. It still has momentum. And we get desperate, and so in the 80s we start affirmative action, and we start throwing bricks and roadblocks to try and stop this train that's been destroying black lives since time immemorial. Institutionalized racism might have been logistically combated and fought, but it still has its own momentum. It's still going through us. We're still feeling the ramifications of years upon years and generation upon generations of white people killing the most productive black men, specifically because they were a challenge to their white power structure, specifically because masculine social capital is a finite resource. When you are born into this earth, you are born at war with another man who wants to give his son the tools to beat your son, to beat you. He wanted his son to be your boss, so what did he do? He taught his son how to fix cars. He taught his son how to get inside of unions. He taught his son all the ins and outs of his own white power structure, or what have you. He taught his son the tools he needs to be a better man, a more attractive man to the ladies. This caused a schism in America. In America. I'm going to use this light because it's late as fuck, right? I submit to you, brother Top Dog, that the white man went to the more productive end of the masculine dichotomy, which is the producers, and the black man went to the providers, and we had this secret contract of we wouldn't get in each other's space. That's why we're able to sell thuggish music and whatnot. At the same time, the white man put all the union jobs on lock. And we had to use the democratic platform, the progressive platform, to get these new union jobs. We had to use affirmative action to get more black people into colleges, into blue chip colleges, because investing in your future is like having first access to blue chip stocks. White people kept it for themselves. This is what I'm talking about with institutionalized racism. There's always been a war between black versus white. There's only so much masculine social capital to be passed on. If a white man had a grandfather who taught his father how to fix cars, he has more masculine social capital than a black man. If a white man had a grandfather who taught his father how to fish or work at a factory, that they went through the factory generation after generation, that's passed down masculine social capital. The fact that the white power structure killed black men before they could establish their own masculine social capital, their own lineage of fathers and sons, is the reason why we're in front of you today rejecting conformity, rejecting the white power structure, rejecting maturity. That is the momentum of institutionalized racism, because now it's not only internal, but it's external from the fact that they have all the best jobs, they have the majority of the world's wealth. That's what we're talking about with the momentum of racism. That's what we're talking about in institutionalized racism. And brother, let's be frank, you are, oh man, I'm sorry about this. You are getting into a dangerous realm of philosophy, which is where I'm going to probably stake my claim. Because your question centered on who owns the sweat off of the black man's back. Is it the government? Is it the community? Is it your family? Is it God? Is it the church? Is it what it? You don't own the sweat off of your back, my brother. You have a responsibility to take care of the things you love. And in doing so, your community owns the sweat off of your back. the people you care about, the people that worry about you, the people that fight for you, the people that you bust a sweat for. They're the ones that you work for, not me, not the government. Like, you ever heard this saying, with great power comes great responsibility, my brother? Well, check this out. I'm going to put an asterisk on that. With great power comes great responsibility to the shit that I care about. Let me say that again. With great power comes great responsibility to the shit that I care about. Now, you might not care about Shaquita, Big Booty, Taniqua, and all them, but you care about the prospects that one day you might have a child. One day you might have a woman that you love. One day you might have a male companion, a male friend who's got cancer, and you're going to be arguing for him or whatever, or her, or whatever it is. Not caring is a death sentence. Caring about people is a package deal of your existence. If you tell me that you don't care about somebody, that's I'm inclined not to believe you. But let's be frank. We're not made to live in this world without caring about no one. That's why I worry about a lot of brothers who get into fistfights with the cops. I think that's when they've reached their breaking points. I care about the black man as a psycho-epistemological, philosophical animal. So that's why I'm here before you. I give a fuck. I give a fuck about all of my brothers. I got 5. I got 5 biological, and the rest is on YouTube. So, who owns the sweat off of your back, brother? Let's be frank. Your community. The black man doesn't have a community right now. You brought up Brother Eugene Robinson's book, Disintegration, the fracturing of the black community. He says that there's 4 black communities: the abandoned class, the the transcendent class, the super wealthy, the middle class, and the aspiring class, or what have you. And between all of us, we don't have some kind of unified front, unified morality to guide us. It's getting late, and I'm running out of cigar. What I'm going to tell you is, I can't make you give a fuck about Shaquita. I will try and articulate her position the best that I can, just like I will try and articulate the position of the black manosphere the best that I can. Whether you care or not, it's not out of my range to control. I'm just going to put out that information, and hopefully you care, all right? So on one end, brother Top Dog, the momentum of racism is stronger than you or I, or what white people will tell you, and we have to fight against it, even though it indicts a lot of white people who hasn't done anything wrong, and it gives black people a crutch, even though they haven't done anything right. And brother, let's be frank, you own your labor if you want to, but I'm going to share my labor with someone as something I give a fuck about. If it ain't MGTOW, it's going to be a sister. I'm not gay. I'm not going to shack up with a dude, and I'm not going to ask, you know what I'm saying? So, it's food for thought. It's your boy, Black Privilege. Really Black Privilege. Signing out. God damn it.